All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over a review of the brand new Nike Mercurial Vapor 16 Elites. I have a new colorway here. This is the new Volt colorway that I'll give you guys an in-depth look at. But I just wanted to kind of touch on the Vapor 16 Elites in general and just kind of give you guys my review since I've been wearing them since probably like early July now, late June. I've been wearing them for a few months now, so I feel like I can give you guys a bit of an insight as to how I feel like they've performed for me personally so far. And I should preface this video by saying that I'm by no means a professional reviewer, but I just wanted to give you guys like my 2 cents. So the first colorway of the Mercurial Vapor 16 Elites came out in like late June, early July, and it was this colorway right here. This is the prototype color. I have a video of these on my channel, so if you guys want to go check that out, definitely go check it out. This was the colorway that Mbappe was wearing at the Euro 2024. And then right here we have the newest, the latest colorway right here. So I'll give you guys a quick little shot right there. So these are the new Volt colorway. This is the one that Nike's put out for the fall. So this is like their high vis colorway. They always kind of do these bright colorways when fall hits. And yeah, this is no different. This is one of their brightest colorways in a long time. So really big fan of this one. So after having the Vapor 16 for several months now, initially when these first came out and I saw like the first pictures of them online, I was sort of with the rest of the vast majority of the population where I thought that these looked more like American football cleats, to be honest, or football boots. And I wasn't really sure how I felt about the overall aesthetic of them, to be fair. Basically for me, I'm a big fan of what the Vapor 15s look like with the large swoosh that goes all around the toe and then up towards here at the back of the heel. For me, that's kind of like reminiscent of the Vapor 4s back in the day. That's kind of like where my nostalgia lies. So I really enjoyed that sort of aesthetic of the boot. So this kind of smaller swoosh. So this kind of more like aggressively like upward swoosh rather than to the side of the boot was a little bit questionable for me. And I wasn't really sure how I liked them. Then once I got these in hand, I was just like way more fond of them. And I thought that the white colorway just looked amazing. So I think that these look absolutely brilliant. If you guys want to go on my Instagram, you can see pictures of me wearing them, or if you want to see like any other player that's wearing them right now, they're just great boots on foot. But I think that I always just like when a boot looks fast. And so I wasn't really sure when I first got these, but then as soon as I put them on feet and I started wearing them, they just looked really good on foot. So that kind of overall, my initial impressions grew a lot. So aesthetically, I really started to like these boots. So in terms of the fit of these boots, I would recommend going true to size. I stuck to my same size that I went in all the other Mercurial models. I'm a 10.5, so I went in a 10.5 with these. I would say that they are a little bit narrower than previous models in my personal opinion. You can maybe have your own opinion on that. But I still went true to size and they fit me really well. I really enjoy them. I also think that the comfort level on the 16 is even better than on the 15. I just think that for whatever reason, there's like additional cushioning in the back of the heel. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see that, but there's a lot of cushioning back there. So I feel like these are really comfortable and they just are a really good experience. I felt like I haven't really had any comfort issues at all. I just feel a little bit more supported than in the 15s in my opinion. So I think that the Vapor 16 Elite being a little bit more narrow than the Vapor 15s in previous model actually helped with my comfort because I do have a narrow foot. So I think that that extra little bit of narrowness, if that's a word, actually makes it so that this boot fits a little bit more snug on my foot, and I like my boots to be tight and snug. So yeah, I've really had good experiences with the overall comfort of this boot. No issues whatsoever there. So in terms of the performance for the Nike Vapor 16 Elite, I also think that it's really good on this boot. Obviously, the biggest difference between the 15 and the 16 is that they've added Nike's grip knit technology all around the outer part of the boot. So it's very sticky, especially when you first purchase them. Basically, when you take these things out of the box, there's a really noticeable kind of like sticky grip surface all over the boot, and it's supposed to help with your ball control or your ball feel. And I definitely noticed that initially it was actually too much for me. So I didn't really like how I didn't really like how much the ball was sticking to my boot, but as I've worn these boots, the grip knit has sort of like worn off, or it's become less aggressive. So I think I prefer it once it's sort of been like broken in a little bit, so it's not too sticky or too aggressive in that sense. So over time, as it wears in, it's a lot better in my opinion. I really like the stud pattern. Honestly, I don't really find that the studs make too big a difference for me between models, but you can see that it's a pretty aggressive stud pattern because it is a speed boot. So these are supposed to really dig into the turf and allow you to accelerate really quickly out of it. I think that this is pretty standard for a speed boot, honestly, for the Mercurial line. You're not really going to see too much of a difference between the studs, in my opinion. And then, so one of the most asked questions on all the videos I've made with the Vapor 16 Elites is, how am I wearing the FG model on the AG surface, or what's it like wearing FG on AG? So for me, I've never really worn AG boots. I just felt like, for me, I haven't really had the best grip. When I was younger, when there were like turf shoes just felt so slippery to me. It just felt like runners. So to be fair, I haven't tried some of the newer models from Nike in AG, so I can't really comment. You know what, AG models of Vapor 16 Elite might be great for AG, but personally, I'm just kind of like stuck in my old ways. I love wearing FG. It's just what I wear all the time. Then I don't have to worry about switching between surfaces. I'll do SG Pro when I need to, when it's wet on natural grass, but for the most part, I just love to stick to FG. I haven't had any issues, thankfully, on AG using FG, so I'm just gonna always kind of go with firm ground. For a lot of people that are kind of worried about wearing FG on AG, I think that you should just kind of go with whatever is most comfortable to you. Personally, I haven't had any issues wearing FG on AG, so I would never really recommend people to get FG and wear it on AG if they're not comfortable with it. You want to take care of your body as best as you can, and there obviously might be some risks wearing FG on AG, but this is just kind of my experience, and I can only speak on that. So FG on AG has been good for me. All in all, I'm a really big fan of the Vapor 16 Elites. I think that they have just been a great boot for me so far. Admittedly, I haven't been able to use my Vapor 16 Elites as much as I've wanted to, because I've still been dealing with this groin injury, so I'm not training on a consistent basis just yet. I'm only training like once or twice a week at this point, so I can't really comment too much on the durability of the boots. I think that that's something that a lot of people wonder, because obviously boots are very expensive nowadays. These are like 300 USD or just a bit under that, maybe 275, but it's a lot of money either way for the elite top tier models. So you want to make sure that your boots are lasting you, and traditionally Mercurials are not like the most durable boots. They're better for sure, but you want to make sure that the durability is good, and I can't comment on that just yet. So I think that so far in what I've done, obviously this model right here is a lot more worn in. I've worn these ones pretty extensively, and they've done well. There's no sort of like separating at all. Obviously just scuff marks because it is a white boot. The studs here just have some wear because obviously they're worn, but they still look in good shape. So I think so far there's no issues with the durability, but I'll be able to comment more on that in coming weeks and months, hopefully, as I get healthy and play more. So overall experience is extremely comfortable, go true to size. FG on AG has been good so far, and yeah, just aesthetically very good boot, and performance is great too. So I would recommend that you guys purchase a pair for yourself if you want. I think that if you can try them on in stores, that's probably best, because they are a little bit more narrow. So if you have wide feet, I think it's best to make sure that these still fit you or are still a good boot for you. And yeah, honestly, a lot of people always ask as well, I'm a winger or I'm a midfielder, I'm a defender, what boot should I wear? Honestly, positionally, there's not too much of a difference between the models. You know what, if you're a fast player, if you're a striker, if you're a midfielder, you can even be a goalkeeper and wear these, honestly. So it's really just down to personal preference, not really position. But these have been my model of choice, the Mercurials, for upwards of, I would say, like 15 years now. So I'm just going to stick with them, and I love these boots. So I think this is one of the best models that Nike's come out with in a while, so maybe even the best one in terms of performance. So yeah, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for checking out my review. I know it's not like as in-depth as a lot of other reviewers do it. I'm not a professional reviewer, like I said, by nature. I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to my thoughts. So yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below what you thought of the review, or if you have a pair of these, what you think of yours, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.